Really quickly before this video begins, I just want to take this moment to say that I'm finally going to be dropping the merch. It'll be dropping on October 10th, which is just a few days away from when this video goes up. I'll be dropping these hats. This one's black. I also have navy, and I have these awesome jet tags. I love these so much. These are actually so cool because like I've always had one of these on my keys, but I've never had my own. And now I have my own. It says PCEA on the front, and it said Boosted John on the back, so that when your key is in your ignition, it's still legible. I'm very excited to be dropping this stuff, so if you guys want to be notified when the drop goes live, please go to the website right now. The link will be in the description. Otherwise, it's www.boostbunker.com. You can leave your email and it will automatically notify you when the store goes live. So if you want to check it out, please do. I would really appreciate it. This stuff's gonna sell out really quick because I have very, very small quantity. With that being said, let's get into the video. So I used to really like this shirt, but I got it really dirty, so I can't wear it unless I'm doing a dirty job. Which, speaking of dirty jobs, we're about to do one today. So if you saw the end of my last video, I explained to you guys that this car was broken because a coolant hose broke. Well, here's the hose. This part from the dealership is $120. This part from FCP Euro is $33. Fantastic deal, let's just hope it works. But anyway, I'm gonna make this one short and sweet. Let's get right to it. I just gotta start pulling this old hose off. I believe it goes straight down to the water pump. I'm just gonna follow it. So here's that hose. You can see the hose end completely cracked off. It's really nasty inside. It's just a yucky situation in general. That hose plugs in right here where this paper towel is jammed in. I don't want to take it out just because it's clogging a hole that doesn't need to be exposed right now. Anyway, I'm gonna follow this hose down. I'm gonna start pulling it out, all that stuff, and figure out exactly where it goes to and the best way to route it. Either way, I need both hands to do this, so I'm gonna put you guys on the tripod. I got the hose out, and it was painful to say the least, and I'm not even exaggerating. Doing the water pump on this car was hard. This was painful. This was a bad experience. I don't know why BMW designed this way, especially if they're gonna make some crappy plastic hose end that's gonna break and needs to be replaced. But anyway, I'm gonna try my best to explain what I did and show you guys exactly how the hose clamp was oriented. So here's the hose. It has this hose clamp right here, and basically the hose sits something like this in the car. So, you know, it bolts up, it's like that. That end of the hose end is on that kind of an angle. The words I'm using are not very descriptive, but that's kind of how it's angled, okay? So it sits like right, if we're looking from the top, it sits like basically right below here, the intake pipe. And if we're looking from down here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you, but if we're looking from down here, it sits like basically right up in there. It's like basically right above the sway bar. The way that this hose clamp is oriented on here, it's almost impossible to get a tool on it to break it loose. And I'm gonna show you why. So let's just pretend it's kind of like this, right? Well, this hose clamp sits like that. And when it's in the car like this, it's almost impossible to get a tool on there. And there's just very little clearance. It's pretty far out of reach, and the only good way that I found to do it, and this is pretty much the only way that you're gonna be able to do it, you need a tiny 1/4 inch ratchet, and you only have enough room to put a 6mm socket on there. You won't have enough room to even use a little baby extension. You won't have enough room to use a little swivel. That's it. And then what we're gonna do is, instead of trying to go from, you know, like behind the axle or whatever and come up, you're gonna come from the front of the car. You're gonna go up right in here. You're gonna stick your hand up through here, and you're gonna be able to get it from here. Unfortunately, that's the only good way that I could find to get a tool on it to loosen the hose clamp. It is going to be a nightmare to get this hose back in and clamped on, but I'm gonna get to it. And again, I don't know how long this is gonna take. I don't know what struggles I'm gonna encounter, so I'm not even gonna bother filming. I'm just gonna show you guys when it's done. All right, here's the situation. I got the hose in. It's done. I am in even more pain than I was before. That was brutal. The hardest part was getting the hose to actually go back onto the thermostat, which really wasn't too bad. Just took a lot of wiggling and pushing. You'll find that out really quick. I can't give you exact directions on how to do this because this is not like a step-by-step guide. The real step-by-step guide is like remove the front bumper, remove the cooling fan, remove the intercooler, and you basically get all that stuff out of your way so you have room to work. I did it the shortcut way and struggled a lot. The actual hardest part is going to be getting that hose clamp on there and seated all the way down properly onto the hose, and then being able to tighten it up really isn't that bad. And there's a way that I positioned it where the bolt head is facing like straight out of the front of the car, and I used this exact ratchet setup to get to it, and it was super easy. Whoa, get back here. I used a 1/4" ratchet with a swivel with this length extension. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's about the same length as the handle on the ratchet. And then obviously the 6mm. All right, so I have to just reattach the oil lines to the oil cooler. I have to tighten down a bolt on the oil cooler. Then I have to put coolant into the car and re-bleed the system, which is gonna suck because I don't have a battery charger. I'm gonna have to find some jumper cables or something. Today's the day.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
All right, so I just added the coolant to the car and I just bled the system by doing like the electronic water pump bleeding procedure or whatever. It's all bled. Car is ready to go. I did not do an oil change just yet, but I will be doing one tomorrow. I'm just not gonna show it. I've already done a BMW oil change video. So I'm gonna start the car up right now. You're about to get one of the coldest starts this car has probably ever seen in its whole life. It's like 7.5 or probably like almost 10 days this car's been down. So you're about to get a really cold start, and we're gonna see if this thing leaks. It didn't leak during the bleed procedure, so hopefully it doesn't leak while I drive it. That was so weird. I don't know why the exhaust just got super quiet all of a sudden. It like was super loud, and then the exhaust flap like closed immediately. That was weird. It shouldn't be this quiet though. That's for sure. All right, do I do the right thing or do I do the YouTuber thing where I just say like, oh, it's the next day? I think I'm gonna do the right thing. So it's been actually probably a week since I filmed. Let's see, today's Thursday. Yeah, actually today, it'll be 1 week ago I fixed the coolant hose in this car. I fixed the hose like from this video. Well, I finished installing it. I took the car for a car wash. I went to work. I like just did what I needed to do that day. And I was kind of just waiting to see if it was gonna leak or not, if it was gonna be good, if it was gonna leak, if the leaks were anywhere else, so that I could update you guys on what's going on and if it actually worked or not. Well, it turned out it worked, it fixed it. So I have no more coolant leak. I have not gotten a low coolant level. I've been checking my coolant level whenever the engine's cold, and I've been seeing that it's been good. It's been unchanged. So that was the goal, that was the objective. That hose was awful to replace. I'm sorry that I couldn't really film it in like a tutorial style and show you guys like how to do it, because I feel like that's probably the most useful part of that video, because it is a pain in the ass and it's very difficult. But on top of it being very difficult, it's also very difficult to film because it's in such a hard to reach area and there isn't a lot of space for a camera. But anyway, this car is back and driving, and it is literally, it makes me so happy. I'm so happy that it's running because the Civic isn't, and now I have a car to drive, which is amazing. And the bad thing is, it's actually, since this car is running again, it has kind of killed my motivation to fix the Civic, because the Civic is, how you say, kind of fricked right now. But we're gonna get into that in another video. So yeah, this is probably a short video, just replacing the hose and getting this thing running again. But here it is, and I'm very happy. I'll give you guys like a little exhaust sound right here. Hold up, check it out. just did a fresh oil change too. It's awesome. I'm so happy. All right, well that's really all I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that even though it wasn't very detailed, I hope that it still helped you out if you are doing this job yourself. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I will be dropping my merch, my first merch drop on October 10th. I'm very excited. I have very limited quantities, so if you guys want something, you're gonna have to click on it and get those things quick because they're gonna sell fast. They're honestly like some of my favorite items I've ever seen just in merch. I don't know. I probably because I created them, but I love them. They're so cool. And that's it. So as I always say, remember to plan, commit, execute, and attain your goals. Bye. Oh, the website is www.boostbunker.com, by the way, so check it out.